Okay, so today we're diving deep into, well, a really high-stakes moment in leadership history. We're talking about Moses, 120 years old, getting ready to hand over possibly the toughest leadership job ever, leading a whole nation into basically war and settlement.
Yeah, and our source for this is Deuteronomy 31. It details this critical handover to Joshua. Our mission really is to unpack how they managed this. How did they successfully transition from, the age of Moses to the age of Joshua?
It's a huge deal. I mean, this chapter kicks off the whole final section of Deuteronomy, right? Chapters 31 to 34. It's all about Moses wrapping things up, the leadership transfer, his final song, blessings, and then, well, his death.
Exactly, and it touches on that universal problem, power. All leaders eventually have to let go. History's full of leaders trying to avoid that, isn't it? Think of Hin Chi Huang, searching for immortality. Letting go creates a vacuum. Deuteronomy 31 is really focused on preventing that vacuum.
Right, and to figure out how they did it, we're leaning on that classic framework from Max Weber. He laid out three main ways authority or leadership is gained or passed on.
hmm First up is hereditary authority. That's the simple one. Passed down the bloodline. Think kings, or even the Levitical priesthood in this context. Moses' own tribe held that.
Okay, hereditary. Then there's rational or legal authority. This is earned power, right? Based on merit, rules, public agreement, like
Right.
passing exams or winning an election.
Precisely. But Moses, his authority was different. It was charismatic authority. This isn't about institutions. It's purely about, well, exceptional personal qualities, a special connection to the divine, the prophet's authority.
Okay, so here's where it gets tricky. This is the tension, isn't it? Joshua wasn't Moses' son, so hereditary is out. He wasn't elected or anything, so rational legal is out too.
Right. And charismatic power, that's the problem. It's inherently personal. It usually dies with the leader. If Moses' power came from his unique link to God, how on earth do you transfer that without everything just falling apart?
So what did they do? How did they manage it?
Well, the sources, they show this really interesting kind of hybrid model. It's structurally quite clever. Joshua's authority had to be set up fast, visibly and decisively. Yeah. But it couldn't initially rest on his own charisma. That needed time. So the solution had these two key pillars working together.
Two pillars. Okay, what's the first one?
The first was about establishing public order. Procedure mattered. Deuteronomy 31, verse 7, it really emphasizes this. Moses set Joshua up publicly in the sight of all Israel.
So making it official, visible, everyone sees it happen. That creates stability, buy-in from the people, formalizes things.
Exactly. Order. But, public order by itself isn't quite enough. What if Joshua lost his first battle? People would say, see, Moses picked wrong. Our human stability is gone.
Right, it's fragile if it's just based on Moses' choice or a ceremony.
So pillar number 2 is crucial. The divine source. This is where they essentially codified Moses' charisma into something lasting. It's about shifting the source of power away from a person, even Moses, to something unchanging.
And the language here is just so specific, isn't it? It's not just Moses saying, okay, Joshua, you're in charge. It's all wrapped in this divine promise.
Absolutely. That core command, you see it repeated 3 times, verses 6, 7, and 8. They really hammer it home. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be terrified. That's the foundation.
3 times for emphasis. And why? Why should they be courageous?
Because the guarantee isn't human. It's external. It's constant. The Lord your God himself goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. That's the real authority stepping in. Not Joshua's future success, not even Moses' endorsement, but God's unchanging commitment to the mission. That's what replaces Moses.
Wow. So connecting this ancient setup to, well, us today, it really says a lot about getting through tough transitions, doesn't it? We all face times when our own Moses, maybe a mentor, our job security, even our health starts to fade or leaves us. We have to cross our own Jordan River into something unknown, scary, a new job, maybe retirement, facing an illness.
Yes. And the knowledge we can pull from this is pretty profound, I think. When the human supports we rely on start to shake, the power to move forward, it needs an anchor outside of that fragility. Successful transitions, big or small, seem to need both things. Some kind of plan, that public order piece, and this deeper, unwavering source of strength.
So here's something to think about. When you face your next big shift, that moment the ground feels unsteady. What's the unchanging promise, the core guarantee outside of yourself that lets you be strong and courageous, even when everything familiar seems to be falling away? Because maybe it's finding that external constancy that really turns the fear of the unknown into the power to actually move forward.